Hi guys, welcome to another video in which I will be repotting my Dendrobium orchids. Remember to click the subscribe button for more videos like these and to stay posted with all my upcoming videos that I will be posting. With that said, I will be repotting this Dendrobium orchid. The first thing that you want to ensure is that you get rid of all the dead roots which are on this orchid. And as you can see, I hope it focus, I have a few dead roots which I will be clipping off, and you can tell the difference with the roots. These roots are green and fresh while these roots are brown and dead, so they're not giving the plant anything at all. So I will be clipping off all of these dead roots. So this is a Dendrobium Madame Splash. It has never bloomed for me. It's a Dendrobium Madame Splash. It has never bloomed for me. I bought it as a seedling, so I will be repotting it. It was in a very small container. First, you want to ensure that you have an airy pot. I like to use airy pots as I believe that the roots do much better in a pot which allows the roots to, breathe and all of that good stuff there. So you want to, if you can make a pot like this, which I made a mesh pot, or if you can get a pot which has air holes so the roots can get some air and be free to run around and wrap itself around, that would be awesome. Because remember, orchids in their natural habitat normally hang from trees, so no say the orchid them want feel like a freedom, right? So you want to put your orchid in a mesh container or something that allows it to breathe, the roots to breathe. The first step is your mesh container. The first thing that I will be doing, because the mesh container is light and I am using charcoal as my main medium, I will be placing some rocks. Went to the beach, got some rocks. So I'll be placing them at the bottom of my pot just to ensure that my pot is stable and it doesn't turn over, right? So there it is. I put a few stones at the bottom, which is pretty heavy, guys. All right, so then I have a mixture of stone, charcoal, wood chip that I will be then putting in the pot. Okay, so all of this is going at the bottom of the pot. So that's enough. So let me put this aside and show you the roots. So normally what I do is I just trim the roots. I soak it beforehand in a little water, and that allows me to better identify the good roots from the bad roots. And as you can see, these are the good roots and then the bad roots are under here mostly. So I will be removing this. This was in on it in the older pot. Let me remove this. Just a stick that is on it. I am removing. I'm just taking it off. So there we go. So I remove the little stick that I had holding it up in the old pot. So now I am going to be trimming my roots. I want to ensure that you guys are able to see this. So this root is dead. Look at it. Look. There's nothing there, no green. It's not giving the plant anything. Ensure that you sterilize your scissors or your knife beforehand. I did mine with alcohol. So now I will be clipping away all the bad roots. Don't worry guys, fresh roots will come up. These roots are not giving the plant anything at all. So we want to remove all of these from the plant, right? This is also one. All right. Right. This charcoal that was on it in the previous pot. So I believe I have removed all the dead roots from this orchid. We have a lot of good roots on this orchid though, which is good. So we have removed all the dead roots. I am going to be, I have a container with garlic water. So I crushed the garlic and put it in here. So I'm going to be using it to wet the root, because that way it prevents it from catching any fungus and it basically keeps insects away. So I will just be wetting the root with that and just giving the orchid an overall um, drain with the orchid water. So there it is. So now our orchid is ready to be placed in this pot. So this is my orchid fully potted in its mesh pot. So I'm going ahead and place my slow release osmo coat into my orchid, so every time I water this orchid it will get fertilized. I got some shells at the sea, which I will at the beach, which I'll be using to decorate this pot. So I'm going to put one here, put the other one here, and this beautiful one, so beautiful, I'll be placing her here. So there are my seashells. And I have a beautiful pot of orchid. So you see guys, it's not hard to do. It's actually pretty easy. Just give her some chance to let her roots establish and you've got the perfect potted dendrobium. I will also be repotting this one, which was in the nursery pot that it came in. As you can see, I'm not doing much with this one. I will probably just be taking out some of the coconut husk, because the roots on this are pretty healthy, so I don't need to cut back a lot of roots for this one. So let me just take out some of the coconut husk out of this one. So as you can see, I'm keeping it like that because there's not a lot to take from this one. You can just leave it as it is. So I'll be rinsing the roots with some garlic water that I had fermenting for a little while. It helps to keep off the insects from the plant, as well as it's good for fungus and bacteria. So I will just be throwing it on it just to give it a little boost, and I'll be placing it in this pot. So I'll be using charcoal as my main medium to pot up this plant. This is a Dendrobium Pink variety, so it blooms a bright pink. Sometimes the pink is light in color, sometimes it's bright. It depends on how much sun you actually give this plant. I will be linking a photograph of what this plant looks like when it's in bloom. Just using that to stabilize it a bit, and it will establish itself in this pot over time once the roots start to hold on in this pot. So it's a Dendrobium Pink variety. It bloomed recently for me, so I will be cutting the spike, the old spike from it. So the last time it bloomed here, so I'll just be clipping the old spike right there, and then it will bloom again. So this is my newly potted Dendrobium Pink variety. So this is the freshly potted Dendrobium Pink variety. I watered it in. Alright, so I give it a little, some stones behind the scenes just to keep the plant stable. Once the plant stabilize more in this pot, then I'll take out the stones, or I can let the stones stay as it gives the pot a nice look. So there it is, Dendrobium Pink variety, fully potted up. So beautiful, guys, right? So I'm also repotting this other dendrobium that I have. It's a Dendrobium Pink number 78. It blooms different from the Dendrobium Pink variety that I just up-potted. I will put in a link to the bloom in the description. It bloomed for me once already, so that's the spike. I need to cut it off. So I will be putting this in a bigger pot. There are a couple roots on this that I need to get rid of. That are dead roots. That is not doing the orchid any good. You can know the dead roots because this is an healthy root because it's green. You can see if it gets more water, it will be green. Healthy roots. These are not so healthy, and some of them are very stringy, so you know that means it's not giving the plant any substance. So I'll be cutting a few of the deader roots. Like this, see? This one is a dead root. There's nothing in it, so you know it's not good for the plant. Well, even though some of the roots are brown, they're not dead. So that's why I am feeling them and looking through to see what is actually not giving the plant any substance. So I won't be cutting back much of this because the roots are white like this because they have been in the nursery pot and have not been getting any sunlight. So you find that the roots become white like this. So I won't be trimming back much of this plant anyways. I think that's it for me. And it's a perfect time to repot this plant because as you can see, there is a sucker coming up right there. It's not a kiki because the kiki normally comes on the side or at the top. There it is. So you know that it's in its growing stage, so you can repot it as it will get established in this pot. So I'm putting it right there like that. So I create like a little couch for it so it's more stable, and then I'm just going to put it right down in there like that. And then I will put the charcoal medium around it. The reason why I like to use charcoal is because it doesn't keep a lot of water around the plant and it allows the plant to drain well. It allows it to get a lot of air around its roots, and the plant will just grab onto the charcoal and establish itself. Remember to subscribe to my channel so that you're able to get plant tips and to see whenever I post new content. You will be notified of it. So remember to like, subscribe, and share this video if it has been helpful to you, or it can be helpful to anyone else. So I will be cutting this old spike. Once it's dried out like this, you can cut the spike because it's not serving the plant and all the nutrients have already went back down in the plant from the spike. So I'm going to cut it around here. So I'll put a photograph of the bloom in the corner of this video so you can see what its bloom look like. So this is my fully repotted Dendrobium Pink number 78. So guys, I watered it in with my garlic water just to give it a boost and to keep insects away. And I used a old basket that I got some plants in. I repurposed this old basket. So you can always repurpose things in your garden so as to cut expense. Yep, there she is, fully uppotted, and she is looking beautiful. There she is. Thanks for watching guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. Bye. There she is.